Let's bring in Congressman Trey Gowdy, Republican from South Carolina. Sir, thanks for joining us. I know you have a vote coming up. What was it like last night being in the chamber where the Republicans interrupted almost 100 times for applause of President Trump's speech, and then you had the Democrats pretty much sitting on their hands, not doing anything?
It was very different from the previous 6 State of the Unions or joint addresses. I always sit by Tim Scott, and Tim is getting older, so it was hard for him to get up as often as he did. I thought I was at a wedding for part of the night because the Democrats were dressed in white. I thought President Trump, you know, his message, Dana, was consistent in principle with the platform he ran on, but the tone was very persuasive and conciliatory, and I think even his critics begrudgingly this morning are saying he did a good job.
Yeah, I think that's true across the board. One of the things that was a little different was to see formerly or maybe conservative fiscal hawks applauding for some things that President Trump did campaign on, and one of those is something that I think conservatives could get behind, and that was paid family leave. Let's listen to the president.
My administration wants to work with members of both parties to make child care accessible and affordable, to help ensure new parents that they have paid family leave.
Have you seen an evolution, or do you hear an evolution in some conservative thinking about being willing to pay for something like paid family leave?
I don't know about paid family leave. We have adjusted our analysis of offsets for certain spending. When he mentions his infrastructure project, some conservatives ask for the offset, and others view that as an asset for which there need not be an offset. I was also sitting one down from Ben Sass, who's a really funny senator from Nebraska and a very principled conservative. And I would say this about the family leave. It is possible that you agree with someone's objective, but you have a different way of achieving that objective. So you can want paid family leave and do that by either mandating it from the government or just incenting private business to do it themselves. So I kind of took that as we think it's a good idea. We may or may not have differences in terms of how we achieve that idea.
All right, let's talk about the executive order on the so-called travel ban. The president is going to, I understand, withdraw and then issue a new and revised executive order. You thought that it needed to have some clarity. Have you been briefed, and are you satisfied with the new product?
I have not been briefed, but I am so far down the pecking order in the House, I don't expect to be briefed. I heard it was coming today, and then I heard maybe it's going to come later. I think he's doing exactly what he needs to do, which is have a different analysis depending on the status of the group involved. If you're an American that went to visit the Vatican and you just want to come back home, you're entitled to your full panoply of constitutional rights. But if you're in Yemen and you've never visited the United States and you just want to meet Tim Scott, you don't have any constitutional rights. So we can apply different scrutinies based on the status or class of the person who wants to come to the United States.
And before I let you go, there was some question earlier this week whether one of the House Darrell Issa was calling for a special prosecutor or independent review of the alleged Russian ties with the Trump campaign during this last year. You're on the Intel Committee. Do you think that those are now quelled and there's no need for that?
Well, I hope so. I mean, Devin Nunes has been talking about Russia for a year now. And Dana, there is no special prosecutor. I hate to break the hearts of my Republican and Democrat colleagues. There's no independent counsel. There's a special counsel, and Jeff Sessions would appoint that special counsel, but only if the department has a conflict and every United States attorney in the country has a conflict. No one has offered any evidence of any of that. So all the discussion about special prosecutor or special counsel, we don't even have the fact pattern yet. We don't even know that it's criminal in nature. So that's just members of Congress talking about show hearings. I'm interested in a real investigation, and that probably needs to be done by the FBI.
All right. Thank you so much.